Brentford 3, Liverpool 1. The 7-year curse, the 7-year jinx, the 7-year, how can I even term it? It's the 7-year spell that has always been ending the careers of Jurgen Klopp at every club where he was, is going ahead to follow him up, and even this time round he has gone ahead to be beaten by Brentford by 3-1. Remember, at Mainz he left in his 7th year, at Borussia Dortmund he left in his 7th year, and Liverpool he said, I'm not leaving here, I have to break this curse and break this jinx. But obviously it looks like the jinx is saying, I'm still on you and you're going to see what I'm going to do for you. And Liverpool is losing its 5th game of the season. Guys, can you imagine? This is unbelievable. This is a team that lost only 2 games last season, and this time round we've not yet even hit half of the games of the season. Liverpool has lost 5. Liverpool has lost 5. At the speed at which they're losing games, in every 17 games played, Liverpool is losing 5, meaning that they can even average 10 games a season lost. Liverpool conceded only 26 goals last season. Let me be on point. Liverpool, how many goals did they conceded? 26 goals last season. This season, Liverpool has conceded 19. They've conceded 19. There is no way Liverpool is going to go ahead and really average or come near the number of points they really got last time, because they had 92 points in 38 games. When you look at the Premier League table right now, Liverpool is having 28 points in 16 games. How many games left? 20. How many games left? Liverpool has played 16 games. All right. Let me refresh this. Refresh it. Let it be exact. Let it be exact. Liverpool has played 17 games. You get? They've played 17 games and they've conceded 22 goals. 22 goals. Last season they conceded 26, and in just 17 games they've conceded 22 goals, just 4 goals away from really leveling or equaling the number of goals they conceded last season. This is alarming. There is no way Liverpool is going to make it even to the top 4, because it's still worrying, because there is Newcastle, there is Spurs, there is Chelsea. And look at Manchester United, their trajectory is really going high. And remember, when Erik ten Hag came in at Manchester United, while standing at the turf of Old Trafford, he said, every era comes to an end. Now, is the era of Man City and Liverpool coming to an end? Because Ten Hag said every era comes to an end. And me who supports United, has been here for close to 2 decades supporting United, know it that every era comes to an end. Sir Alex Ferguson ruled the Premier League from 1992 to 2013. How many years were those? Close to 21 years. You get? And he won very many Premier League titles, mind you. So, but an era, when he left, everything came to an end. And even when he was still there, you saw that most of things had started to cross. Victory had started to cross from Manchester to Man City to Chelsea. You get? So, Rokani David is my name. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where you're watching us from? Liverpool has gone ahead to concede 2 goals from set pieces and 1 from open play. That is it. No, 1 goal from a set piece, 2 set piece goals cancelled, and 2 goals from the open play. But this shows you the mentality of these players of Liverpool, that maybe they are 100% affected. If not, there is something that is not going well in the dressing room, though there are not leaks coming outside from the dressing room, but there is something that is still not okay with this team of Liverpool, because when you're having Darwin Núñez, Mohamed Salah, and Chamberlain, you expect goals to come in through. Liverpool had a chance to put this goal ahead, to score their first goal in this game. They really tarnished it out. Darwin Núñez needs to become clinical. I'm telling you this. You see, in a season like this that has shifted from Liverpool not keeping clean sheets to scoring goals, that means Darwin Núñez, Mohamed Salah should find their scoring boot again. Last season, all the achievements that Liverpool got were built onto one thing: them having a watertight defense that really kept lots of clean sheets. Alisson Becker did his job. Brentford would have been ahead through Mbwenu in the 10th minute, and he really did a very good save that really stopped them from really conceding that goal. And the defense, Konate, went ahead by really netting in his own net. That's it. How does, is he called Wasa? Let me even get his name right. This guy, known as Yona Wissa, scored a header. He was one of the shortest forwards I've seen against Virgil van Dijk and Konate. He won that header. Trent Alexander-Arnold's recovery was really bad and ill. Robertson didn't do the needful. You get? Smiskas didn't do the needful. So Liverpool looked disorganized. You get? The midfield had nothing to do. You see, when you're playing a team like Brentford, your midfield does not matter. Do you know why? They'll go for balls, or they'll go for overtop balls that really pass by your midfield. And they use the wide and left flanks totally. That's what they use. Look at the second and third goal. They use the right flank all the time. For the second goal, after Harvey Elliott goes in for a zero pass that lets a ball pass through his legs, and then it was a blind pass, they play in Mbwenu. Mbwenu sprints, finds the ball, plays a pass back to, is it Jansen? Jansen goes in for an inviting curling effort that was so much pinpointing, and found Wissa, and Wissa hit it at the back of the net. However much Liverpool was in transition, you need to see your players doing the needful to recover back and do the needful. But Liverpool don't defend in numbers. They have a lot of spaces left. Pockets of space are really very huge. If you are playing a team like Brentford, you get to know its threat. It's all about the pass. If you can stop Mbwenu, you get, and Wissa, then you can kill off the game, because their game is all about counter-attacking and physicality. The physical battle, Liverpool can go one-on-one with a team called Brentford. But what can't happen is the pace. I saw Mbwenu in the 10th minute, just 10 minutes in, he was behind Virgil van Dijk. A pass was given to him that went past Virgil van Dijk, and Mbwenu ran and overtook Virgil van Dijk. I remember that in the fourth goal, that was it Da Silva scored against Manchester United in that 4-0 thriller at that same stadium. Luke Shaw was in front of Mbwenu, but Mbwenu sprinted, went past Luke Shaw, and he met that ball and hit it at the back of the net. He did the same thing today. Thank God that Alisson saved Liverpool, but Virgil van Dijk was exposed. You get? So you needed to have a plan to come on and really beat this play. You know, there are teams that you need to know that their game plan is simple. It's all about that ball beyond your high line. They run past you and get it done. What do you have to do? Get those players in position. At least make sure that you don't allow those passes to come in through your press, or have players that are really going to play a little bit or a half line from your goal area. Because when you play a deep line against Brentford, they are going to beat it if at all your midfield is not functioning. In this game, when the midfield was not functioning, guess what happened? Liverpool got exposed and we are beaten. Now, in the 19th minute, it was an goal from Konate. It was a corner. Then, in the next 10-15 minutes, 2 goals went in through for Brentford. They were cancelled. VAR cancelled them. Then we went to what we call a Wissa header, and that gave Brentford a comfortable lead to the first half, and it ended to 1. Then Trent Alexander-Arnold went ahead and scored 5 minutes into the second half. Then Bryan Mbwenu went ahead to really give them a comfortable lead in the 84th minute, and obviously the game ended 3-1. In this same stadium is where a team called Manchester United came in through and suffered a loss of 4 goals. 4 goals to 0. You get? So, Liverpool didn't fight enough. Liverpool didn't use their threat that we know them about. The intensity at which they play at is the weapon that Jurgen Klopp had built this team on, but we never saw them fight, and they're losing the top 4 battle according to me, because they're having 28 points now. 28 points out of 17 games, meaning that they're not even averaging 2 points per game. You see, that is really worrying. It's really worrying. And when you look at the table, it is really so much worrying, and I'm going to come in through and really show it to you at the end of the video. But this is what comes to your mind. This is what comes to your mind, that management has really gone ahead to change. I think it's passing on to another generation. I think even Pep Guardiola knows it, that management is passing on to another generation. Let me give you an example. Sir Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, Antonio Conte were one of the best managers in the last 10-15 years. Now, after those years, even Pep Guardiola was part of those, but Pep Guardiola came in later. Now, their era died out. There came in Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, Thomas Tuchel, Zinedine Zidane, Valverde, Pochettino. So that era came in through. But it looks like the era of Jurgen Klopp coaching, Thomas Tuchel, even Pep Guardiola is phasing out. Now, the new kids on the block, the likes of Erik ten Hag, Mikel Arteta, De Zerbi, Thomas Frank has beaten Jurgen Klopp today, are really taking over. They are really decent managers, and they're really understanding the game of football better, meaning that as they tell us that every 10 years things change, looks like Jurgen Klopp needs to go on and research to know how to run a football team, because it's out of his hands, and that is not a command that he would have loved to get from his team. Because if he was in a command, like you see Erik ten Hag commanding Manchester United, look at Mikel Arteta commanding Arsenal, he would have gone ahead to do the needful and really get these players to the levels they want to be. How does he get them back to levels of winning? You and me? The question is there, and the answer should be given to us by the players of Liverpool. But smash the like button, comment and share, and let's go to the team stats. 10 shots by Brentford, in total 16 by Liverpool, 7 shots on target out of 10. They're really so much on point to put 7 on target, and 3 went past the goal line of Liverpool. Then 6 shots on target by Liverpool, very much little. You see, Liverpool had 16 shots, but they couldn't raise 7 shots on target. Very much worrying. 27% ball possession by Brentford, and Liverpool had 73 ball possession, and that means Brentford always leaves you with the possession, and then they speed up to that level. 235 passes completed by Brentford, 636 passes completed by Liverpool. 2 times, but they couldn't match them. 50% passing accuracy. This is too low. And Liverpool had 82% passing accuracy. That means Liverpool lacked a player to open up that backline of Brentford. And remember, by the way, Brentford, one of their centre halves, got a yellow card in the first minute, and they wouldn't capitalize onto really scaring him, because when a central defender gets a yellow card in the first minute, that means going to play close to 89 minutes when he's on a yellow card, meaning that you have to go on and really threaten him to see to it that you either make him get a red card and get him out of the pitch, or you make him vulnerable by not allowing him to go on and make those necessary tackles that would result into sending him off the pitch. And you can make it an avenue. You can turn it into an avenue of you to pass there. But Darwin Núñez was playing so much wide. I know he's a centre forward, but he was receiving a lot on the wide. I don't know why. Yet there is a player that fouled him in the first minute that was a yellow card. If I'm Darwin Núñez, I go on him. I don't leave him until I make him concede by either going past him and scoring, or making him fouling me and getting what you call a second bookable offense to send him with the field of play, because that is what we call game intelligence. You have to be reading the game and know, all right, this is where I'm supposed to call my avenue. That man getting a yellow card in the first minute is an avenue for Liverpool. 5 fouls by Brentford, and Liverpool had 8. 1 yellow card to Brentford, 3 to Liverpool, 0 red cards to both sides, 7 offsides for Brentford, and 4 for Liverpool, of which 2 resulted into goals that were really cancelled. 4 corners by Brentford and 9 corners by Liverpool. Talk about 9 corners. Liverpool was a team that used to score a lot from the set pieces, but that is no longer the way. That's no longer the team that they used to be, and you just feel bad for them and ask yourself, what are they going to do? Look at the Premier League table right now. Arsenal 16 games, 43 points. Man City 16 games, 36 points. Newcastle 17 games, 34 points. 16 games by United, 32 points. 17 games by Spurs, they're having 30 points. Liverpool, 17 games, 28 points. How many points are they off from Arsenal? 15. 15 points off from Arsenal. If Arsenal happens to win the game of football tomorrow against Newcastle, they are going to be 18 points ahead of Liverpool. That is very worrying for a team that really had 92 points and lost the Premier League title last season on 1 point, because Man City averaged 96 points the entire season. From the top 4, they are now 4 points behind Manchester United. If United wins tomorrow against Bournemouth at Old Trafford, they are going to be 7 points off the top 4. 7 points off the 4th place. So that is very, very worrying for a club known as Liverpool going to this game of football. So that's what I had for you. I believe that my man of the match is Mbeumo, and a reminder, let no one lie to you, that Ivan Toney was in this game. With Brentford missing their deadly striker, I was going to have to score in very many goals this season after getting an injury and was taken off the field on the stretcher against Spurs in the I think, which team was it? We are beating which team on the weekend? I don't remember it very well, but there's a certain team they beat and he went off. He was off, but they scored 3 goals. It shows you how really well much managed this team was. And obviously, Thomas Frank, the manager, kudos for really outsmarting Jurgen Klopp. You beat him hands down, and here we go. You have gone ahead to find yourself another win into this season. Now, my man of the match is Mbeumo, and obviously, Liverpool are down. The era is down, as Ten Hag really said. And thank you for watching in through. Rokani David is my name. Your reactions to Brentford 3, Liverpool 1 are welcome in the comment section below. I sign out for now. See you later. I'm returning with the match preview, Arsenal versus Newcastle. Stay tuned onto this channel. Bye bye.